Obviously, we understand that we've had the twin blows of Brexit and COVID. We understand that we are in a difficult situation financially. However, we also understand that with the recent increases in social insurance, the increases in electricity, the 4.3% rise in IRP, that some of our members are finding it increasingly difficult to make it to the end of the month. Especially when we're looking at lower grades at the administrative assistant and the administrative officer level. So we're caught somewhere in between those two realities, really.
So Joe has also said that overspending in the public sector will require supplementary funding, that more discipline is needed. What is the GGCA's response to this? Is more discipline needed in the public sector?
In the last 10 years, I have seen civil servants using manual typewriters. I've seen a department where, only actually quite recently, a department where there was only one working phone line into the department and it didn't even mark an engaged tone. I've seen those civil servants using their own mobile phones. I've seen those same civil servants have to work on Windows 7, not compatible with other computers. I've also seen people working only extremely recently in a very dilapidated building, still using paper files because there's no digital system available. I'm not sure, honestly, how these people could exert more discipline.
So where does the GGCA believe that overspending is coming from?
Well, I don't know. Obviously, I don't have access to the government finances, but we have always said that we're concerned about the number of consultants that have been engaged in the public service, especially people who have occupational pensions, who have been pensioned off comfortably and then are re-engaged. We've also flagged out that we have issues with the government going out to the private sector to get people into the public service at highly inflated salaries, because obviously those people can negotiate, salaries that go over and above the established pay scales. And we've also flagged that we've had concerns with digital services and the amount of money that has been outsourced, that has been, paid out to Deloitte in outsourcing of digital services work, which could possibly have been done by ITLD at a much lower rate if they had been properly resourced.
So Joe also pointed out that on average, public sector workers earn more than the private sector and around 40% more than their UK counterparts. So what does the GGCA want?
Well, really what we're asking for is we've established the Joint Committee of Trade Unions together with NASUT and Unite. And really what we're asking for at this moment in time is just engagement. We've asked for a meeting with the Chief Minister, and really we want to just discuss the issue and explore if there are any avenues open to us. At the moment we're not sort of categorically stating we want a certain percentage or this or that. Really the only thing that we're looking towards is an element of dialogue on this.
And do you believe the public will be sympathetic?
Well, I feel that certainly there are a lot of public servants, again, as I say, usually I think at entry grade level, who are feeling the pinch, and I think that who would very much welcome this. And also obviously as trade unions, for example, we represent some private sector workers. I know that United Union also represents private sector, and we would be wanting something for both our public sector and our private sector members. I, for one, the sector that we have in the biggest GGCA sector in the private sector is Britannia, and they are analogued to the government cost of living. So obviously we would be wanting, if the public sector rose, we would want our private sector workers also to have a raise. But again, what we're saying at the moment is not necessarily that what we want or how much we want, but we're just wanting to dialogue on this matter.